Awesome. I think we got everything working. So this is going to be a little different. Um, I'm sticking myself in the spooky mode. Um, because my hands are sore, and while there's a great deal more that I need to build and I want to work on, today is not the day. Um, just keyboard controls are really the only way to build in Java. So, but yeah, this is what I called named the public commons, which is right by my nether portal and was the first big structure I kind of built. Um, I put some pictures up of this. This is the big super smelter system. It is actually currently out of fuel. uh, but I've been making a lot of stuff. Um, it'll build back up. In fact, doing this kind of wandering around thing is useful for that. So yeah, pretty much. Man, I've had a paw on just about everything around here. Actually, I was gonna say like, so this part is not me, but like even this shoreline I've modified, like all of this. But this is just kind of where I ended up when I first got on the server. Now, I did not build these. I invited people to build these, and I hope more people will build shops in the future. Because I actually do like buy stuff out of them. This is my one shop, which is oh no, it's all gone terribly wrong. That might not actually be a joke. Yeah. Um, I don't know how to get rid of that keyboard or even interact with it. So I'm guessing the interface itself has messed up, which is a real shame. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it just full on crashed. Roof. Okay, I think we got that all sorted back out again. Um, but yeah, like, I can look in chests, right? Yeah, yes I can. So this is more or less my storage area, and I'm gonna have to do something with this eventually, but for now, yeah. So this is eventually going to connect with this. This is the beginnings of the piping system for my storage units. Basically, all the farms will get pumped into this channel somewhere along the way, just like the very first farm that I built, which is good old Scratching Post 1. Yep. Build one of these on every server. It's just the first iron farm. This one is not by any means the biggest one I've ever built. Uh, that's on a map I started a long time ago that I often think about going back to, but the game has changed so much. Yeah, I'm just not entirely sure. So yeah, this is Scratching Post 1, which is was a jungle tree that started as a jungle tree that I just planted when I got here to town. And then when it grew up, I went up to the canopy level and well, built the first of these. Um, and there's the 3 villagers and their beds. There's the zombie that terrifies them. And if we get lucky, I'll go ahead and just wait here for a little bit. Um, Maybe we'll actually see a golem spawn. But yeah, that's water in a fire pit. Somebody told me that they'd actually never seen this. Anybody like build one of these like this before? I mean, people have built iron farms. The mechanics are pretty well known. But I guess most people don't grow a tree and then build one on top of them. And I got to be honest, that's pretty standard for me. That's just more or less how I usually do this. I've tried a couple of other designs, but this was by far the most successful. And you just need one of the 4 trees. Like, I think the jungle tree was best because it comes with vines. You just gotta wait. I didn't even have to put in the staircase that I normally do. Well, no, I still would have had to. Because you gotta get the villagers to walk up it. And then you gotta get the zombies to walk up it. Or vice versa. Like, putting the zombie up first is fine as long as you build like a little wall around him so that the villagers don't ever see him and just get them installed in their new little secure home here. And like he'll never get to them, but he won't despawn because he's in the thing. Now this redstone thing that I need to actually come back and touch up because I always try to be cognizant of my lag stuff. Um, I don't know. I'm just trying to be in good habits for when I'm actually on other servers. So I need to put composters over these. I don't know why, but all the pros I watch do it, and they say it helps with latency because the hoppers don't try to check for if they need to update, so it's less computing power, I guess, being used. Um, it also pipes down into this thing, which is my bone meal. So this farm produces basically two things. I'm actually gonna pop out into. Oh, we'll just go creative mode. Um, that way this should work because there's a presence. Um, yeah, I don't really know how all this game works, but what application of things in game is what I'm learning. I don't really want to learn how to like code it and all that. I'm gonna eventually have to learn like how to apply mods and things like that. But I've been lax on trying to do it for the simple fact that there's so much to learn. Um, just from just to learn about like mechanics plus new things that are coming in and all that. So I want to see this work. The fact that it's not working is actually kind of weirding me out because it totally should. There's a timer on how often they can spawn a golem, but yeah, I guess most people don't build their iron farm suspended up. I think that having the only spawnable platform roughly 20 blocks up in the air is good because it's centered, like the sphere of spawning is centered on the villagers themselves, I believe, and if not them, then on the zombie. So they can only spawn 16 blocks away from that in places that are actually have an area appropriate for the spawning of the golem. Yeah, it's basically just like some squares are unspawnable, like slabs put on the bottom half of what is considered a block. Wow, that's embarrassing. That's life in survival mode, though. Um, I actually like playing in survival mode because you can make mistakes. But yeah, why is this not working? Oh, maybe because the last time they didn't actually get to all lay down and go to sleep. Because that's one of the things you need to do, is you need to let them actually get to sleep, and if they don't sleep, um, then they can't spawn golems. Which I don't need the iron right now, but I just want this thing to work so that people can see it like kind of happening. This means I've got to wait until full nightfall though. So we're going to pop back into spooky mode while waiting for that to happen. Big overview. Yeah, so this was basically where I settled after I left the Mushroom Island, um, which is much, much further away. And I don't explore enough. And I say that because I didn't know this entrance to this chasm was here. Um, yeah, and I really do need to actually do some caving. Um, this thing looks like it's mostly a dead end, though. I'll still come here. Um, because, yeah, this is just like a dead end hole. But I know about the other one. Um, and that's all the way over here. Yes. I've definitely been down that one a couple of times. Um, nope, it wasn't that one. This is the one that I've gone into. Because that's my water stream. That's been the more or less ladder of how I've gotten in and out of this one. But didn't do a lot of exploring. It's not really my jam. I went far enough to know that it got to the deep slate layer, and then I think I went a little further down. Oh, I totally did. Um, something just died there. And I went over to, yeah, I came down here with cat eye potions on. Yeah, there's like totally a mine shaft. I haven't gotten around to exploring, but it's here. Um, so, but yeah, I have done no caving underneath my own. Like, there is a massive cave system here that could be explored, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But that expedition is coming soon. Yes, nightfall. The town I think actually looks better at night. And like, yeah, I've changed and landscaped a lot of this. I'm still working on it. Basically everything within that bamboo line, um, I plan to change and adapt in one way or another. Like, I just can't decide what to do with this building. I know functionally what I'm using it for. It's more or less like my kind of store. Um, and then there's my other machine. Took me a long time to figure out how to make this, and the real irony is I'm going to completely dismantle it and build a different one because I think I know a better way to make this so that it doesn't eat people's stuff if they put too much in too fast. Not that anybody ever used it, it's just like I know that's a problem. This bridge is actually pretty recent. I want to build something different though. I mean, I don't want to leave that metal scaffolding on top. Bottom's fine. Um, and this is my big pipe to the sky. There's actually a lodestone, which is something that compasses that have been attuned to it will always point towards. I think this might actually be the only lodestone location on the server. Everybody else used their netherite for weapons and armor. I was gifted a netherite ingot, and I was like, this is awesome. And the very first thing I made was a lodestone. Because I want people to be able to find this place. I have a bunch of compasses attuned to it, actually. Unfortunately, we can't go up this wonderful water pipe that I made But this leads to the Drowned Farm, which was like the second farm I think actually got built here. The Smelty came first. But then I was like, the whole reason I'm in a river biome, and it's true. I wanted tridents, um, because I wanted to work on the Drowned Farm. The stack of anvils. I've actually broken like 5 anvils, just for the record. Like I know people look at this and they're like, whoa, but I'm like, I will go through all that eventually. Like, I've got another one down there stacked into the super smelty too. Like, just, yeah. Uh, I'm very iron rich. But this is actually the first time I've looked at it. Um, this is the latest project. Let's see if I can scooch down a little bit. Um, there's going to be well, I'm going to finish this other entrance. I can't build today. That's why we're kind of doing the touring thing. And this is my enchanting setup. Yeah. And then my nether wart farm, which this is all going to get torn out and reworked. I had an idea. The idea is not going to work as I was hoping. So, but that's okay. It will be fine. I'm going to get some assistance, and we're going to get the cloud layer built in. But yeah, this is going to be kind of the interior of the sub-basement of the library that I said I was originally going to build when I started playing on this server. I have pretty much everything I need locally to just start writing books and producing bookshelves and make everything I need to. I'm going to recruit some more villagers from my secret stash. And I'm also going to learn how to not say so much, just in between what I'm saying. Yeah, but this is what I've been working on. I said there was some new things. Basically, I was just tidying up little projects, like tying the iron farm into what will be the storage unit. That's one thing that I completed. Getting this first kind of hallway mapped out, and like some of the connections. This is going to go to like a door in its own room. Where that will eventually lead up, we do not know yet. We're going to freeform this into a maze of sorts, but not like it's not going to be like a traditional maze, essentially. There will be some maze-like elements, but because this can get quite large. I mean, literally, I have all the room I need or want up here, and complete control of spawning and spawns. The reason it's dark down there is because at this level, the ground doesn't even get touched, and it's all lit up. And we're going to continue lighting it up and more layers and all that. What will affect the spawn rates will be the fact that the computer will have a lot of places that it will check at the lower levels. But most of those will be lit up, and then the rest is just all air blocks. But yeah, this thing will be probably quite large. I'm doing a soft limit of about right here. and then we're going to go that far in the other direction. Those are going to be kind of like the soft limits of of how far or how big this will get. And then we're just going to build up um, and incorporate and hang off of this thing, which, was all built off of just a single dirt tower. It's a good thing Minecraft doesn't care about, like, I just like the fact that the blocks float and you can build kind of sky fortresses and all that. Um, but yeah, like this is the big fun project. Then like, everything below it is more or less intended just to support creation of this. Um, and the fish farm, which is quite a distance away, and I'm not going to tour to. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show everybody what I was working on, and I kind of wanted to look it all over. Um, the big thing, like I said, was actually getting the iron farm finally tied in there, and you know, uh, I've like spent a lot of time manufacturing all these bricks in survival mode because that's just kind of how I chill and relax out. Um, Not everybody gets that, I think, because yeah, like I could do stuff in creative mode, and it's literally always been an option for me. It's just not how I want to play the game. It's not even generally how I want to build. Um, I get a lot of inspiration from running out of blocks and having to break my train of thought and think about where I can go to get replacements and things like that. I mean, even all of this, like the interior is kind of good. Like I'm pretty good with how this is shaped. I even like all the choices of like blocks to be put in here, but this will have to be sorted a little better and themed a little better. Though we've kind of already started to lean into that. Like we've got the copper and some acacia, uh, and the red brick over here, but we start phasing that out for mud bricks over here, and I'm going to continue that on as I build out this area. Um, yeah, and I had intended for this to just, go wide, but I think I'm definitely going to start building it up. Um, we'll finish going around. Um, I have a limit of size that I want for some reason that's not occurring to me, but yeah, there's a whole bunch out here that needs to be built out to like about this point. Yeah. I think it's because we're following certain like map diagrams and all that. And like I know the ground is lit up over here, so I'm not too worried about in darkening it. Though I do need to go through and do some more lighting up. Though there is that one area I want to keep dark. There's a zombie villager spawner in my village. Um, we turned off mob griefing as a result of a vote, but that does mess with certain mechanics and it made certain farms and things unviable. And I think that might have been what killed some of the productivity on the server. I saw it as an opportunity to build a large, compact, large dungeon like I'm kind of doing now. Uh, Completely spawn proofed except for places where creepers could show up because the creepers won't actually blow up all my hard work. Um, And that's what keeps me coming back here, because I sincerely doubt I'm going to have the opportunity, because mob having mob griefing on just allows for more mechanics um, of automation, and you can build around creepers. A lot of people don't know how to do it, but I do, and I'm happy to tell people. It's mostly just adopt a lot of cats. Pay attention to how you build and what you build out of, and you know how mob spawning works. Like, there's light in here so that I can see, and mostly because it's to keep things from spawning on the roof. Um, but if this was all dark, it would no mobs could spawn in here because of the block types used and all that. And that's true for most of this. The soul sand is the only exceptions. Um, and there's no real way to get around that. But that's what some of the more lit up parts of this is going to be for. That's why the soul sand farm is going to get moved. Because this is going to be different areas for player use and exploration. Probably built more in theme with this. Though maybe out of a lot of copper. We'll see. We'll see. But that's all I got for this, and that's just kind of what my musings are for the server today. Thanks for watching.